Hello and welcome to Country Life Simple. I've got a real craving for some sweet muffins and I couldn't quite decide which ones to make, and because they freeze really well, today I'm going to show you 3 different kinds of sweet muffins. I use a base recipe and I'll show that to you in a minute, and then I'm just going to mix up the wet ingredients and put them in my brand new silicone muffin forms I got from Amazon. So come on and join me. So these are my new silicone muffin molds from Amazon. They have a really nice big size, so I can make, sweet and savory muffins. I quite like making those kind of muffins and then freeze them. So there's 12 of them. And then I prepared my base recipe, which is basically sugar, a bit of salt, flour, baking soda, baking powder, and flour, and eggs, and oil. And I mix that all up, and now I'm going to divide this into 3 portions, put it into a smaller bowl, and use different wet ingredients to make the different kind of muffins, because like I said, I couldn't quite decide. So the first one we're going to make is a coffee muffin, and I have 600 grams of my mixed basic ingredients, and this sort of shows that it's always really handy to actually have a base recipe. So if you have a basic recipe, you can use that to make so many different things. So you even can create your own little baking mix with the flour and sugar and baking powder and all of that, have it ready to go, and then all you add is just your wet ingredients. But I like it this way because they will be in the oven for about 20 minutes. In the meantime, I can make the next batch and the next one, and I have 3 different varieties in one go. So yeah, 600 grams of my wet ingredients, dry basic mixed ingredients. And I'm gonna add some really strong coffee, 150 ml. And that is exactly 150. I do have some coffee liqueur here just in case, but looks like I don't need it. So now I'm gonna mix this up, and that is gonna be my first batch. All right, while the first batch is in the oven, I'm doing the second one. So I've got coffee in the oven right now, and these ones are going to be lemon ones. So I'm, again, using that mixture and adding 150 ml of lemon juice. Obviously, because this has been sort of soaked in the oil a bit, it is a bit clumpy. So you just have to stir it a little bit longer with the mixer. I'm also going to add some lemon zest, about a teaspoon, just because I can. And some vanilla, because that goes really nicely with lemon. And then I mix this up, and by the time the first batch is ready, this one will be ready to go in. Last but not least, I made some apple muffins. So I actually decided to put, I made the coffee ones first, and they're quite small. Well, they look quite small, I guess, because these molds are really big. They're more like a savory sort of muffin size. So I decided for the lemon ones, I put the whole lot in 6. And then these ones are the apple ones. I'm going to use 6 as well, instead of divide them up into 12. So in here I have added amaretto, which is an almond liqueur, and I added some cinnamon. And now I'm going to add some apple at the top, and I sort of put it in like a little bit. I don't want them to sort of completely sink into the muffins. And then the lemon ones should be nearly finished. So I'll take them out, put these ones in, and then we're done. Looks pretty nice actually. While the muffins are baking, I'm preparing my bread. This is a rye sourdough wheat bread, rye wheat sourdough. So this was my rye sourdough, which has risen for the last 24 hours. And because it's so cold at the moment and I struggle a bit with the sourdough, I also made some yeast. This is yeast, wheat flour and water. And I'm going to add this as well. This has a nice structure. So it will definitely give me that rise I'm looking for. I actually resorted to put the sourdough outside because inside temperatures didn't really go above about 15 degrees. We only have like a week or so of winter. The daytimes normally are quite nice, but anyway. The dough has been kneaded and I'm going to leave this covered in a warm spot for about an hour and a half now. And this is the result. I've got 12 coffee muffins. They're a bit small, so they're probably more the size of cupcakes. And then I've got 6 at the top here, lemon muffins, and 6 apple cinnamon muffins. And then I've got my beautiful rye wheat bread. That's what I'm going to have for dinner right now, followed by one of those muffins. Which one? The rest of them I'm going to freeze in a Zwilling bag, vacuum seal it and put it in the freezer. But not bad, is it?